What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from the Dyslexic Investor, and oh my gosh, we have a crazy week. We were up a crazy amount, absolutely a rocket ship just today here, taking off nearly again. This is the S&P 500, the futures. We are up nearly 2.4%. That doesn't seem like a lot, but that is quite a bit. That we're talking about the overall market. That is quite significant. Anything over like 1% or something like that is quite astonishing. Are we gonna have a pullback? I don't know. No one has a crystal ball here, but we're not. You didn't come here to look for the market pullback or the predictions. You came here to look at some fabulous boys within the Wall Street Bets forum posting up some bustin' amazing wins here. We actually have 3 for you today. We can kind of see up the top here. We're gonna start off with the very first one. This one is coming from the professional Drano, and this is basically turning his last 7K into $40,000 this AM on some Zoom puts. And again, key emphasis on his last 7K. So he bought some puts, the 200 strike price expiring this Friday. He paid a total of 70 cents or $70 on average, and he said thank you for the jobs report, because it can clearly just canceled the pandemic and everything. And the following morning, it miraculously, he sold at the high of a day, that's what HOD stands for, and sold them for around 270, 310, and 338. And then immediately they dropped around $1 or so forth. And he says, "I'm back, baby." So again, Zoom kind of took a dump today, and you can kind of see here he got out here with a nice shiny profit, about $32,787. Wow, that is extremely impressive, without a doubt. Again, we can look at the Zoom stock here, so we're going to go into the charts here. This is, again, I'm using Thinkorswim for my charting, and we're going to type in ZM for Zoom, and you can kind of see here today it had a kind of a strong pullback. Let me delete this here. We're going to break it down into like a 15-minute interval. Again, earnings came out on Wednesday. It was kind of mixed, kind of popped off a little bit, then kind of after it was trading, got around to like 230, and then continued going down the following day, and then today kind of took a more of a greater dump again. Since his options were expiring today, that's when this got so much value and so much premium, due to the fact of that it was just opening down. With the jobs report coming here at 8:30, oops, that was fast right there. Let's see here. So the jobs report came out at 8:30, which is right here. So you had a huge drop. Again, you cannot trade options outside of market hours. That's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm pretty sure when he saw this, his stomach dropped, and he's like, oh my gosh, I might actually make my money back and then some. And then again, it's a completely YOLO play of 7K. Breaking down, continue breaking down, opening up, mixed, kind of popping off, going mix up and down, getting down around the 10 o'clock level, and then to the 10:15 level, breaking the low a day, going well above, well below $200, and then that's where he initially got out and made his fantastic cash. So kudos to him. Awesome, my friend. I'm glad that you're back in the game, and hopefully you'll be a little bit more careful with that 3240K now. All right, next one, we're going to go to a crazy one. So if you're not familiar with the airline business, it's been kind of really flat, and especially with BA, the CEOs kind of switched hands early this year. It just hasn't been a really wonderful time over there. So he literally, his options, you can see here, his screen here. So he bought the, let's see here, he bought 135, sorry, calls for the this is July 17th. He bought them at, looks like, average price around 483, it looks like, and then they closed around 37.50. For a pretty astonishing change. You can kind of see his account value here. His net lick is at 439. And his P&L just on those options for the day are literally $190,000 right here. Zooming in, nope, I can't zoom in that much more. Zooming in right here, again, literally the options were just a couple days ago were trading at 25, but for some reason this guy was continuing to hold because he looks like he bought the beginning of the month, and then it just popped up, sprung up again, and then a huge gap up to the 37, and that's when he got out and just took that fantastic profit of nearly $400,000 there. That's pretty astonishing. It looks like his profit was pretty substantial. Again, $60K to $463,000. So let's go ahead and look at what happened at BA. I kind of want to break this down at a longer time frame to kind of give you the better tale of the story. You can kind of see here that it's been kind of trading well below the 21 exponential moving average, which we kind of use here a lot. It kind of has been slowly breaking out, and then it's made a really strong breakout when it's the pink line, which is the 8 EMA crossed through the 21. That is a kind of a trend switch. This is basically considered a base down here. It broke through it and continued trading higher, gapping up on multiple days, which is extremely bullish. The momentum was so high. You can see here on the average volume on the bottom here, we're looking at I would say 3 times the average volume of the stock, popping off quite a bit here. This could be potentially even going higher. Looking at basically, I'll draw a quick Fibonacci retracement here from that's a swing high to swing low using the fib numbers, looking at some incomplete support here or resistance on the way up around 240. So again, we're only $35 away from that. That seems pretty far off, but anything can happen. I don't have a crystal ball. We just kind of have to wait and see on how price and the overall market gives us. On the way down, lack of better words, it could fall out of the sky if bad news comes out and so forth. But again, that's the worst case. It can easily, first level support is going to be fairly low around this first gap down. I'm going to call it around 175, and then the main level support, again where the 21 lies, is around 155. So just be mindful of that. And again, kudos to this individual, the Mexican gang. I'm not going to say that name. It's the anyways, but yeah, so then he said, okay, 350K now, it looks nuts. Even Bitcoin Standard is taking a small chunk off. So it looks like he's still holding it. So his is the update here. He's up the initial amount. He took a little bit off the table, which is very intelligent of him. It's not very Wall Street bets of him to let everything run, but I'm glad that he took some off the table for this fantastic gain here, and I wish you the best. It looks like, again, if you're looking at the chart side of things, it could go to 250 to 240, potentially some overhead resistance. We are really far away from a lot of the moving averages, so this could be trading sideways and slowly kind of come back down again for a first initial support around 175, 180. So be mindful of that, my friend. And then we can go to the very last one. We have someone, again, same with the same sector, with American Airlines gaining 6,000% in his AAA calls. Again, this is going to be, again, strictly tied to the aero business and the airplanes. Again, a lot of people were saying that this is going to become crashing down on the sense of airline failing. Actually, BA CEO said one of the airlines will be failing in the next coming months, but and everyone thought that was going to be American Airlines. But looking at the chart, I don't know their fundamentals analysis, but the chart looks fantastic, and it's just been popping off. You can kind of see here he sold quite a bit here. Again, he bought the expiration of today, the 5th of June. He didn't buy out like the previous guy who bought it in July. This had literally no time left, and he was selling contracts over contracts over contracts of multiple amounts here, making. He didn't give the exact what he purchased them at, because you can see buy. Okay, here's the buy. Okay, here's the. You see the buy here. he was buying them 50 contracts at $100. He was buying the AAL 14 call that are expiring today, 2 days ago, for $100 total, $200. So he basically put in, I don't know, what is this, $340 and turned it to thousands of dollars. That's good for you, my friend. That's wonderful. That is crazy. So we can go ahead and just jump to that chart there. Again, that is ticker symbol AAL. As if you recall, this took off quite a bit. So we kind of did this on the last live stream that we did. Again, check those out. We kind of have people join. We talk about various stocks, look at charts, and just have a really good time. So I kind of want to nix this here real fast to kind of give you a better showing of things. So he bought it on the 3rd, initially with the profit of just that movement itself. It literally went up 100% in 2 days. So that's flipping fantastic. So again, it was at basically a little bit under $12 here. Again, holding a pretty strong, somewhat supportive bullish pattern. Again, with the 5, 8, 21 nicely stacked. Been trading fairly well. Volume and momentum has been been very moving, but the last 2 days the volume has just gone up tenfold on these stocks, and literally breaking above the 200 exponential moving average here on the daily chart, which was around $20. I can't even. I'm sorry. I'm being choked up. This is just a crazy move. I think just on Thursday it was like a 40-50% move, and then today another huge move up, but closing down not as strong as we were at the beginning. Again, closing at $18.59, hitting a high of nearly $23 of today. And this guy was just at the right place at the right time, kind of breaking the same pattern here with the daily chart, with the 21 kind of being the overhead support here, and then now coming the lower end of support on the way down, and then now creating more of a boost to pop off. Again, this is going to be a pretty significant line in the sand here to break above the 200-day exponential moving average, because it really did fail. Again, we are still quite far ways away from the 5, 8, and 21, so we can potentially trading sideways unless we get some more great news and more momentum into the market, that we could just really literally go flying with this stock. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please put it down below. And if you want to join the Discord, we have that link as well. And if you want to join to become a Patreon to help support the channel, that's there as well. And I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you at the live stream on Sunday at around 9 p.m. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.